So the New York Giants, they have their OTAs again this week. They've got 4 quarterbacks trying to be the starter. Russell Wilson, presumably in the lead for now. He recently addressed his current status, and it's a lot of the stuff that Russell Wilson has said over the years. Does it ring true as he's getting into his late 30s? Have a listen and decide for yourself.
I don't shy away from any challenge, man. I'm just not. Anybody who really knows me is I don't blink. I don't blink in the face of adversity. I don't blink in any obstacle or any challenge. And so I actually look forward to them. I think that a lot of times, the best way to find greatness is to run through it. And so to me, I think that you got to go through walls and you got to be able to climb them and you got to be able to go over them. And so, for me, I think the opportunity here is so great, man. And I don't mind the lights. You know what I mean? I don't mind that part of it. I think the other part of it for me, most importantly though, of all of that, is I've been here before. When you walk into a stadium, into a locker room, and like my locker is the same locker I had when I won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so for me, when I see that, I'm like, when I walk into that stadium, I'm like, I've been here before. Like, not just been here, but like we did this before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I fundamentally believe it's possible again, in terms of just being successful again and being at the highest level. And so I think we got the right guys, the defensive line, how they rush and all that. So there's a lot of good pieces to it. And it's the show.
I just don't. I know that that's what he does, and he's relentlessly positive, and he's always going to find a way to spin any situation into how it can be good. But it hasn't been good for a long time now. The 2 years in Denver were a disaster. Last year in Pittsburgh, it started okay, and then it fell apart. And just down the stretch, it was like the Steelers had no desire to bring him back.
Zero.
They had none.
Zero.
None.
Zero.
They were maybe interested in Justin Fields, but they had said, we want Fields or Russell Wilson. Fields signs with the Jets. Oh, okay,
we want
Fields and Russell
yeah,
Wilson.
right.
Well, so why aren't you signing Russell Wilson? Why didn't you sign him? They never wanted him.
No.
They never wanted to bring him back.
No, they did not like his play. They did not like his leadership. As I told you at the end of the year, and we discussed, and I think you've heard enough now too to realize that was true. The play wasn't good. The decision-making wasn't good enough. And then the leadership fell on deaf ears. That's the way it was. That's the way it's been with Russell Wilson. And that's what we're going to see about him. I know he adds stability to the quarterback room. He's played in a lot of big games. The Giants, right? It's a big year, so I understand them wanting him. But what is Russell Wilson? I don't know. And again, what I said when he got signed, right? It worries me still. We're on a podcast. We've been to 5 Knicks games. We're going to the Met Gala. Did we come here to play football, or did we just come here to kind of raise the brand for the next phase of life after football? I question that. We'll see. I hope he proves me wrong. But I know I saw an article on your website this weekend about Russell Wilson talking about he still believes he can get better and greatness and all that. Well, it's on you. It's time to put up or shut up, Russell Wilson. That's what it is. Your game has plateaued for, like you just said, 3 years now. There's been no growth in it. You're still trying to play a way that you played in your prime, which was drop back. If the guy's open, somebody deep, man, I'll throw it. If not, I'm just going to kind of sit there and dodge somebody and run, or try to dodge somebody and then throw the ball down the field that way.
And he can't do that anymore.
Exactly, Mike.
He can't run away from guys anymore.
And you can't. He's got to play the position more true to form. And I think that's what Pittsburgh got frustrated with. And we know that's what Sean Payton got frustrated with. Right. Wait. Okay. Hey, if you can make all those plays, that's cool. But you're not making them. So you got to sit here in the pocket and make the right read and make the right throw and work the whole field. It can't just be, a fade down this sideline and a fade down that sideline, and we never work anything else. And that's going to be the big question about Russell Wilson when we watch them this year.
And the other reality, and this goes to the leadership, and I got a ton of respect for what Russell Wilson has accomplished over the course of his career. But the rah-rah stuff doesn't work if you're just the guy. And he has slipped toward just the guy category. I mean, he was up in the top 5 for your quarterback rankings 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Right.
And we've seen the gradual drop, and it's because the legs have gone. and he relied on the legs so much. And as the legs have gone, the game hasn't adapted. And so when it's time for him to do get the guys all going, they're just not going to respond because he's not delivering. If you're not delivering, they're not going to respond to the most basic cliched efforts to get guys fired up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You can't be the rah-rah guy and be a middle-of-the-road guy. You gotta. The team follows the studs, the stars, the guys who were big time, right? That's the way it works in a locker room. Hey, sure, you can lead and still do things and be a great leader, but you can't be the guy that's gonna be rah rah rah. Follow me, guys. I'm gonna carry us, right? That's not what you are anymore. You haven't earned those stripes this point in your career here. So yeah, again, I think he's got to, like you said, I respect him. I do. There's a lot to respect about him and his game and all that. But the fact of the matter is the last 3 spots he's gone, the locker rooms have gone stale around him and his approach. And they look at him, for lack of a better way to say it, as corny, right? That's the way. That's what you hear. That's what we all have heard. That's the way it is. And he might have to self-reflect a little bit in how he handles this situation. Right now, he's acting like he's the star of New York and he's the man and that he's won 4 Super Bowls and he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. And that's what bothers me a little bit as a Giant fan, where I want to be like, man, like you said, it's been a long time. Just go to work. Stop all the stuff and showing your face everywhere. Be the best quarterback you can be.
He always had that issue where the teammates didn't view him as authentic and genuine.
Yeah.
And, we've seen the stories and the profiles, practicing press conferences when he was 7 years old. Like, there's always been an element, a strong element of it's manicured, it's manufactured, it's not real. It's not real. It's Russell Wilson saying and doing the things that he thinks a successful quarterback needs to say and do, and the real person is obscured by the facade. That's always been there. Even when he was at the height of his powers with the Seahawks. Guys like Marshawn Lynch, Richard Sherman, they saw right through it, and they didn't take to it because it didn't seem authentic. But now the attitude, like, you're not just a golfer that had a bad day. You've had 3 years of bad days.
Yeah, right.
You're not the guy you used to be. You can't act and talk like the guy you used to be. And acting and talking like the guy you used to be isn't going to make you the guy you used to be. I think that's the thing that is the most strange about all this. You can't just act like you had an off night against the Browns. No,
right, exactly. Right.
No, that's who you are now.
Right. No.
And you can't just will your way back to being the guy that your body no longer allows you to be. I think that's the thing that's the most frustrating about all of it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we'll see where this goes. Like you heard me say a few weeks ago, would I be shocked if Jackson Dart was the starter week 1? No, I would not. I'm expecting it to be Russell Wilson. But if he plays the way he's played the last few years, he won't be the starting quarterback for long. And this, hopefully, Dayball and them, the offense, the Giants team, I think, is at a spot here where they're respectable, right? I'm not expecting the Giants, as a Giant fan here, to make the playoffs, but I do think you look at their roster here and you look at the O-line is better than it's been. The receivers are pretty damn good. The defensive line has a chance to be special. And I think they're going to be able to hang in games and maybe surprise a few people. But the quarterback play is going to be a big part of that, and that's a big question mark, as we know.
Hey, it was 2012 when Russell Wilson arrived as a third-round pick. Matt Flynn had gotten at the time, $10 million was a big deal, $10 million guaranteed. That was a lot. $10 million guaranteed for Russell Wilson this year is bottom of the non-rookie quarterback starters. But the best guy was the week 1 starter, and it was Russell Wilson. And I remember people saying, oh, it was so brave for Pete Carroll to do that. No, it wasn't. The brave thing, I mean, the smart thing, the only thing to do was go with Russell Wilson because everybody knew Russell Wilson was better than Matt Flynn.
Right.
Everybody knew he was better. And if everybody decides Jackson Dart is better than Russell Wilson, then Jackson Dart's going to be the starter, and it's not going to be a gutsy move. It's going to be the only move you can make.
Right.
And so Jackson Dart has the opportunity to supplant Russell Wilson, and he may not start a single game. We'll see how it goes. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.